Hey everybody! How are y'all today? Magiconch Hero, getting ready to play some Minecraft. Decided to have a little fun with this one. Okay, let's do some shameless self-promotions. Let me see if I can get people. Alright. Yeah, how's everybody doing today? Let me tell you. I probably should have not asked that until much later. Lol. Anyways, let me see. Get some people. I'm gonna get my lurkers on here. Oh man. Sorry, shameless self-promotions. Yeah, these things gotta happen for an upcoming YouTuber, let me tell you. Lol. Copy. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I feel so flattered. I got picked over this one person. I don't know who Dante Basco is, but I feel so honored. Yay. Yay. Alright, let's start up my Earth. Awesome. Yay. Okay, so it's dark outside. I just noticed that. There's a thing there. My bed's too far away, so I'm going to go ahead and... Oh no, there's monsters nearby. Why do you have to be like this? Let me see. Oh, I gotta put my shameless... Oh, okay. I get it. The voice of Zuko. Okay, and... Yeah, I get you. I know who he is. He's, Rufio from, Hook. Okay, awesome. I didn't even know he was a YouTuber kind of person. Okay, that's awesome. Way to go. Oh, that's weird. A post. Me playing the Minecrafts. Yes, yeah. It's kind of funny because, like, I didn't even realize that was, like, the first thing I watched with him, you know? I've watched, like, a lot of stuff with him, so that was kind of interesting. Alright, so let's get started. Okay. Should have probably gotten started a long time ago, but that's fine. Alright, so last Minecraft adventure, I'm discovering... It had some recent updates. You know? Oh, let's run away from that. Oh, of course. Yes, I'm glad I get a fan who is in the National Guard. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Alright, thank you for joining, Bubbles. It's always a pleasure to have you around. Always. So, let's see. I got hay. Woohoo! I have hay. I'm going to put this right in here. Especially since I hope that one thing's gone. Alright, so I think the last time we started, I was actually trying to do a bunch of always. Yay! Yay! Yeah. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you on board. Alright, I think the last time I was kind of digging over in this area. I'm not really interested in going after mines at the moment. I actually like to play the surface level game a little bit longer. Try to get my survival going before I get down to, you know, going, hey, I need to get this or this, that. You know, that kind of thing. But I think, yeah. I think the last time I was here, I was actually shopping around for mining area. Yeah. Trying to see what's going on. So we have coal. Oh my gosh, every time I think of coal, I keep thinking of Nicole from Dead Space. And oh man, I had when I was in high school, I wrote a really awesome poem about Dead Space. And one of the things one of the things about the character. Oh, and let me tell you, I had an English teacher that was like telling us, okay, y'all guys need to make your own like poems and submit them. Do something that y'all really like. And everybody did their kind of like, okay, we're gonna do a poem just for the grade. But I felt something with Dead Space because in high school it was my favorite horror game. And man, if I ever get my Xbox One to become streamable, that's what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to probably stream the original Dead Space if I can still find it. I want to say, yeah, I need to find it. And because, man, Dead Space was not only my favorite game, but I have so many fond memories of the game. I had this thing called the one gun mode where you took it had a mode called impossible mode, and the impossible mode was deemed quote unquote impossible just because okay, here it was. Yeah. I was building a cavern. Yeah, I was exploring a cavern here. That's where I'm at. Okay. Awesome. Nice. Yeah, so in the Dead Space, I did a poem about that. I actually did the entire story, and one of my favorite lines that I did on here, it wasn't even a one-off line. It was the engineer, what's it called? Isaac was going through the long dark-winded corridors, and there he saw his girlfriend Nicole. She said in a very weary expression, "Isaac, make us whole." And I was like, and that's actually from the game. She always tells Isaac, "Make us whole." It's like the thing that she says. It's her thing. Okay, sorry. I wanted to make this. I wanted to get a bunch of trees cut down so I can make like a little home base there. So that way, it's like a little safe house before I go and venture in anywhere. And then try to make like ladders and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. So I lied. I actually wanted to go search a cavern beforehand because I found a natural cavern. Yeah. Oh man. That sucks. Okay, I just gotta go grab some cobblestone. Make a house on a cliff. Oh yeah. Like that will do anything until like the cliff may be gone, but I really doubt that's how it happens. Okay, so let's go get here. Haha. I'm gonna go ahead and put this torch here. Haha. I'm going to torture this cavern. YouTube will probably just demonetize me by default for that one. I deserve it. You're by myself. Alright, so let's go ahead and we will build a house into this thing. I like building safe houses just so I can run away from the monsters. Could I have done it out of stone? Probably. Possibly. Could have done it. But I don't want to. I want to make this as what's natural as possible, I guess you could say. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, no. Ew. Is it getting dark in this Minecraft world? Probably. Yay, I did the thing. Did the thing, did the thing, did the thing. Woo! Alright, so we just go over here and we make spruce wood planks. Alright, so how you been, Bubbles? I haven't seen you on a stream in a long time. Then again, I haven't streamed in a while. Yeah, I'm used to having like a regular streaming, I guess. I'm not trying to kill myself over, I gotta get the next video out kind of thing. I'm just doing this for funsies, but then I started thinking, I have not streamed in a while. Actually, it has been a while. I think like Sunday was my last stream, and I did Final Fantasy. But I also did a lot of overtime on streaming this past weekend, because I did Avengers, an episode of Undertale. I want to say I did an episode of Minecraft. Let's see. Boop. Awesome. Yeah. I did want to stream today because I haven't streamed in a long time, and I was like afraid. Oh no, I gotta stream because I'm. Well, it's still on my channel. I won't lie. And actually, if you want me to, I'll do a second stream tonight, and I'll do Undertale because I'm actually where you get to meet Sans and Papyrus, and they're my favorite characters. I think they're everyone's favorite characters. And I'll actually when I stream it. Yeah, when I stream... Oh, someone's blowing me up. Okay, it's just, it's my D&D group. Yeah, sorry, let me get this real quick. We haven't met in the last couple of weeks. No, I'm not obligated. I just like doing what... Okay, yeah, it's just a quick reminder. Yeah, I'm not... What's it called? Yeah, I don't feel obligated to. It's just a lot of... I want to get Undertale on my channel. And a lot of it is just because it's hard to stream Undertale on YouTube. Not because, yeah, some people that live stream don't like to live stream Undertale just because its fandom is insane. So I'll put it this way. Like, Undertale fandoms in the chat are like, Twitch plays Undertale. Or like, Twitch plays Pokemon. It's... toxic AF. Yeah, I'm not joking about that either. It's super toxic to do Undertale just because people have an expectation for Undertale, and that expectation is, sir, please, as for Undertale, let's play an hour and a half of Minecraft, and let's just see where that goes. Yeah, we can do that, Bubbles. Because I like doing all the voiceover work for Undertale. Yeah, because I don't know if you watched the first video, if you ever got the time to watch it. I did an hour stream of it, and I did all the voiceover work for all the characters in that game. So we'll play like an hour and a half of Minecraft, because I'm not kidding. I'll actually get sick of Minecraft after a while. Like, whenever I play Minecraft, I give it about a couple hours before I go, okay, enough of this crap. And then I'll just go and I'll burn the whole world down. I don't know if anyone's ever felt that way, you know, like, oh, I'm so sick of this, I'm just going to burn it all down to the ground. Okay, yeah, that's where... I think that's like where I like turned it off one time, saved it, I guess. I'm lost! Okay, sure. But yeah, like, yeah. But like, I want to, what's called, I wanted to stream Undertale, stream both Undertale. Yeah, I was talking to my brother about it, and he told me, dude, I can't believe you actually got the Johnson to do Undertale. And I told him, yeah, why wouldn't I? And he explained to me, like, people have tried to stream Undertale for the first time, and the entire fandom treated it like Twitch plays Pokemon, and went, you gotta do this run, you gotta do that run. They kept telling him how to play his game, and he got tired of it, because it was just the entire fandom arguing, no, he has to play it like this, he has to play it like that. And, oh my gosh, you cannot play Undertale without somebody going, you have to play it like this. He got so sick of it, he just went, you know what, I'm just going to play this on my own time. And everyone's like, you guys ruined it for the new guy. Y'all really did. Yeah, that's the problem with people who, like, you try to play Undertale and you make it, like, so, what's the term I'm looking for? Public that you're playing Undertale. They want you to play it a specific way. So I always feel bad for new Undertale players. Just because, like, oh, I want to experience Undertale on my own, but I can't because I have a fandom that's telling me that I need to play it like this, or they won't like me anymore. A lot of the so the Undertale fandom, they're just a crazy fandom. That's all it really is. They're just super crazy. Since Bubbles, I know what you like. Think of it like the Homestuck fandom and watching somebody go through Homestuck for the first time. Yeah, and you can just see the entire fandom just telling them what to do or something crazy. Yeah. That's the whole fun of it, but everybody wants it done in a specific way. Yeah, everybody has their own specific interpretation of how the story is done. I bought Undertale for my girlfriend, and I told her if you ever do get interested in playing this game, stay away from anything YouTube worthy. If you need like any advice on the game, just come directly to me, and I'll just tell you exactly what you need to know. And I got her the Switch version, so it's probably the best version out there right now, just because that's how it exists at the moment. Or to me that's the best. That's just the most updated version of the game. I'm not gonna say the best version because everybody has their own opinion. I played it on all available consoles all available consoles. I own multiple copies of Undertale. I own it on the Switch, PS4, and I have it on Steam. The Steam one, and let me tell you, one of the main differences I've noticed about the game versus console versus PC, it's harder to erase the game off of PC. Like you can uninstall it all you want, the game will remember specifically the old paths you chosen. I'm doing a pacifist run just because I want to get the best story and dialogue for my viewers. And that's honestly how it is. Genocide run can actually screw up your game. And not that and it also makes you feel like a jerk, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't mind feeling like a jerk for the sake of my viewers, but in this case, the reason why I'm playing it is because there's a lot of people who have never seen, heard, or play Undertale before. So I'm giving those viewers who haven't seen it a chance to play and what they think. But like my brother Kevin has said before, though, you gotta really like he was surprised I was doing Undertale. Like he says I have a pair on me to do Undertale. And I'm sorry, but I gotta kind of agree with him, man. So it's quite a lot to do. And it's just because, toxic fandom. Big games like that tend to have toxic fandoms. Like Persona has a toxic fandom. But I would never do Persona not because of the fandom itself. No. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to do Persona personally just because it has such a long story. But you'll see combat at the very beginning of the game. Keep in mind. I gotta get rid of. I can't believe I found a dungeon. I'm getting rid of this dungeon. There we go. Nowhere spider spawner. Wow, that was actually pretty. That was a stroke of luck. I can't believe I found a dungeon. Like I said, stroke of frickin' luck. But yeah, the Undertale fandom is quite a fandom. Like you're not gonna. Woof. Cool. I've always going about. Yeah, like the game has multiple endings, but not. But in a very different sense. For Undertale, at least. Undertale, there's so many things you can do. So there's 3 true runs of the game. There is the neutral run. There is the one game is known as the neutral run. It's the most it's probably one of the more it's the one where it's the type of run you would never guess that it exists, basically. To kind of give you an idea, it's if you're first time playing the game and you don't know what to do. You're just told, okay, you press this button to attack, and you attack, and then all of a sudden they tell you, you don't have to attack, silly. You can do this. And then you're just kind of like, wait, what? And it's basically you just get one kill off. It automatically sets you on a neutral run. But depending on who you kill, you'll get different endings. Like if you kill Papyrus and leave everybody else alive, Sans will call you at the end. Everyone will call you at the end and tell you how they're doing in their epilogue. And Sans will be the one saying, if I ever see you again, I will kill you personally, because he's pissed that you killed off his brother. And then there's actually a story where you can kill off everybody else and leave Papyrus and Sans alive. You never fight Sans in any of the run-throughs except the Genocide run. Genocide run is probably the most famous just because it gives you what fans call the true boss fight, which is between you and Sans. Yeah. And there's a lot of different final bosses in that game. And Sans is like, they call it the true final boss because he's the most challenging. He hits you with his strongest attack first, and if you survive, he'll go, I never understood why people never started their fights with the strongest attack. I thought I'd do it, and guess what? You're still here. You survived. Interesting. Yeah, he kind of applauds you for it a little bit. But there's still more to come, because he just doesn't let up. And I'm going to run it as Pacifist, which is, again, one of the more famous ones. But you see, here's the thing about the game. You can't do a true Pacifist run at first. And by that I mean you can't do, like you can do a true Pacifist run, don't get me wrong. It's just you can't do it at first because you have to finish the game's neutral run. But if the game senses that you didn't kill anybody, it will actually tell you all you need left to do is explore just do these side quests. And when you do those side quests, you go, the game will actually go, alright, cool, you've done the side quests, now let's go have some fun. Now you go do these side quests, and then you go visit Asgore again. And after that, you basically get the game's true ending. The game has two true endings. The first true ending is that you take a photo with the monsters, so that way you have something to remember them by. And you go back to where you go back and you travel the surface on your own, and then you get to see a whole movie where all the monsters become surface dwellers, basically. It's a pretty nice ending, very melancholy. And then there's one where you get adopted by Goat Mom, which whenever you come to watch my stream, if you ever get to watch that part, yeah, you get to visit Goat Mom. And honestly, I hope my viewers who've never seen Undertale and planning to watch this, I hope they don't. I should have said spoiler warning on this part, but I guess it's okay. There are things I probably should have said before I started spouting out stuff. Goat Mom! It's all fun and games until somebody loses the Goat Mom. Alright, now that I've made my way up here, I'm going to go ahead and make a clear-cut pathway. Boom, boom. Holy crap. Yeah, my bad. Okay, I was getting blown up on my Snapchat. I joined a D&D group a few weeks ago, or actually a month ago. I'm really enjoying them. I really like the people. Nothing toxic about them. And hope they're on. I don't think they're watching my stream, but if they are, yeah, kudos to you guys. I'll come back later. I don't want to lose all my stuff. 'Cause what I want to do is make a smelter. If I remember how to get out of here. Now there it is. Yeah, so what I do for some pro gaming tips here, for myself at least, whenever I do a cave, I like to take a natural cave like this, and I'll make unnatural stuff, like for example stairs, and I'll actually put stairs here. That way I just follow the stairs that go back to the surface, or somewhere close to it. And then I'll do, yeah, I like to do that for the reason of, yeah, my whole reason for that. Genius, yeah. I do it because I don't know if I'll call it genius, but I do it just so that way I know which way to go back on. So it's kind of like for cavern entrances too, I'll put torches. So like how this entrance is kind of deep underground. Ooh, things died up here. Yeah, so I'll just put like a torch there and a torch there. And so that way I know where it's at. In some cases I've done smokestacks. Smokestack's good too. So like a good example for a smokestack. Oh, I want to get rid of that. I don't need that. Yeah, like I said. The thing about making a golem, I don't have enough iron golem stuff for it. I know they're so handy, but the problem is that they'll wander off if you don't have them any place closed. Like I'll show you here in a minute. Here, I'll put the stairs here, so that way it's an easier climb up. And you're right, they are handy. I love golems. Absolutely. I give them like really funny names too. Like I'll have a golem and be like, your name is now Betty. You know, I'll do stupid stuff like that. I'm pretty stupid that way. But the reason why and that actually there is no reason why. That's just the thing. I'm just stupid that way. And it's just I only do golems whenever I know for sure it's gonna be a thing, or I'm gonna actually need them or use them or something along those lines. For a second there, I thought that was a thing wearing a blanket. A goat wearing a blanket. Here we go. A goat. So yeah, like these campfires, I like to use them for different things. Ooh, I'll take that. I'll put that there. Yeah, that's so. I try to use as much of the top resources as possible before I finally go, okay, I'm going to need this so I can do this. So let's see. Alright, so I'm going to build... Oh, well, shit. Ooh, I'm going to take a fishing rod. Oddly enough, I apparently don't have enough sticks for different things. That's weird. And I'll get a bow. Here's my smoker. Did I put anything in here? Pork chop. I put pork chops in here. So I need to get a smoker going. So I'll put cobblestone up there. Yeah, it's my smoker, smithing table, blast furnace, that's what it is. But I need to make... okay. I could still have enough for a bucket, but I have to do all that mess. Get out of here. I'll probably get the one thing going real quick. Yeah. And then I'll do the 3 smooth stones. That's the thing, the blast furnace takes a lot. It takes a little bit to do. But they are so handy when you build one, especially since it's kind of craftable afterwards. But yeah, like the smoker to me is actually pretty new. Ooh, I'll put the wheat back. Golden apple. Ooh, I have a bunch of feathers. Ooh, arrows? Okay, I can make a bunch of these arrows now. I don't know what I just built. I gotta. So I'm used to playing the Switch edition, and the X and the circle on, and basically the confirm and cancel buttons are flipped. So yeah. So the smoker and blast furnace are faster than the than this thing. The smoker, yeah. Okay, I gotta stop. Stop doing that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of yeah. That's something that's actually interesting. A lot of people don't. Yeah, some people don't go. Don't go. Hey, that's a thing, guys. We can do that. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna do the no. Okay, so let's get iron ore going. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, smoker is faster at cooking food, just as the blast furnace is faster at smelting ore. Yeah, it's crazy. They put these little things that make things much faster, but they make them a little more complicated to build. The smoker is not complicated to build. It's not complicated to build. It's actually pretty easy to build with it. So that's also another good thing. And that's kind of like what I like to do is that yeah, that's what I like to do a little bit on this whole thing. Is I like to try to get as much of the I'm probably actually sounding redundant because there's a lot of surface resources that you can get. In fact, like I have a philosophy that there is no useless block, at least not completely useless. Like for example, andesite, gravel, all of it. I use them as filler blocks almost to kind of like get me from place to place. An example would be, oh, this the cavern. Okay, I can see that there's I'm on the bottom of a cavern after mining for a while, so I want to get to the top so I can see where I'm at completely. So like I will actually dig. Like I will dig, or I will use the gravel or andesite or granite, something along those lines to go. Okay, I can use this machine to do this. Yeah. This is also a little bit off the cuff, so it's not an actual tutorial. It's just me playing Minecraft, having fun with it. Yeah, here we go. It's just, there are just some people who are just kind of like, I don't know if this guy knows what he's talking about. He's only playing Minecraft. There we go. I do. Oh yeah, I want to do all of it. Yeah. Let's get a stack of sticks. And then we're going to do a whole stack of arrows. Holy crap, that's a lot. I didn't even realize I had that many. Alright. Those should be easy to take out some creepers. So let's see. Here we go. Wow, that's actually a lot of blocks too. All right, awesome. Ah! Attack! I killed the piggy. That's an Enderman, if I ever saw one. Don't look at it in its eyes; it will attack. Yeah, fun thing is whenever my girlfriend first started playing this, she goes, Enderman, Enderman, I'm scared. I went up and killed it immediately, and she goes, why would you kill the Enderman? It's pissed off at us now. But basically, I just told her there's nothing really to worry about with Enderman. Okay, so I'll go ahead and build this thing. So we got a blast furnace. Have a little bit of everything. Yeah, as far as mining goes, when it comes to stuff like that, here we go. Put this here. Yeah, I don't do too much. Yeah, I love the Enderman. I like MatPat's theory on the Enderman. They're like evolved versions of the old builders or whatever. He has a whole theory video on one of them, and I didn't want to do the ingot. No, no, go back. Well, I mean the iron nugget's fine, I guess. All right, I'll just build that. Yeah, I'm glad I could correct that mistake. Yeah, sometimes console Minecraft isn't very nice, or like some of us will get done with it. Okay, so let's see. I got a bucket now. Now time to create the infinite water. I love creating infinite water. Okay. So let's see. Let's put up my gunpowder. I need some of that cobblestone. Probably one of my favorite things in Minecraft, infinite water. So let's see. I gotta find a good place to do infinite water. Actually, I'm gonna do it right up over here. It's not hard to create infinite water, but I like it to look nice. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here. 1, 2, 3, blop, blop, blop. 4, 5. Yeah, I gotta create the frame for it. Yeah, Bubbles, I don't know if you know how to create infinite water, but if you were looking for a tutorial, you better be paying attention now. So for those that don't know, to create infinite water in Minecraft, all you gotta do is find a corner like this. Put it one corner. And then you'll take second part. I put water in this area, so it's all flowing down this way. So you put it in the corner opposite of it, just like that. Creates infinite water. See? I don't know if anybody knew that, but now y'all do. And that's probably one of the basic Minecraft things 101. It's like the first thing you are kind of taught, so you don't have to walk all the way back to the thing. Yeah. You could be, and you could be actually surprised. Another thing, I didn't know this until just about a few months ago, but in Minecraft, you can actually, let's see. So here's the thing about water. Water will actually, like if you build a whole thing like this, like I'm doing right now, I'll show you here in a minute. Like I'm doing a whole thing of water here. Okay. So my brother always told me I was very insufficient when I build my farms, because I built them like basing them off of real life logic, which is trying to get a row of plants in between each side of the water, and then basically it was river of water. It was like, for me it was like river of water, crop, water, crop, water, crop. But then he says, no, you can actually just do water, crop, water. But then I found out something even more intriguing. You can actually do 4 rows of crop to a single row of water on each side. And I had no idea until I saw a YouTuber doing a farming tutorial, and he says, here's something that a lot of people don't even know. Because these are the people that go and they learn the mechanics of the game. And you can actually build like a big farm this way. Like on another game that I have on my Xbox, I actually have like, I live next to the ocean. So I actually built a floating garden on the ocean. So I didn't have to like build a water, or I didn't have to put water there. Yeah. So there's like a lot of crazy stuff you can learn about farming in this game. And like you actually don't need water to farm either. It will grow on its own. It's just water makes it go a little faster. See, I think I filled that one area with water, and it was just enough for that piece of grass, or for that piece of wheat. Yeah. So, and I was actually fortunate enough to actually run into. Well, actually, wheat is probably one of the easiest crops to pick up on. But I've actually ran into crops like I ran into a village at the very beginning of one game, and it had carrots, beets, and potatoes. So I just stole all their things, and their farmer just came over and just mined every single one of them. But then I had to like build a fence to get the farmer out because he'll actually take all your crop, and you'll never see it ever again. Then you could trade him for crops too. So that's always fun to do. Oh, and here's another fun thing. I have a friend, his name is Jonathan. He's vegan, and he's vegan. So, but he applies his veganism into every ounce of his life. And not like in a, oh, I'm going to chain myself in front of McDonald's kind of way. I mean, like, if you ever play Dungeons and Dragons with him, or D&D for short, he'll make his characters vegan. Like, his characters have to be vegan. So, like, and he'll do other classes, but he'll make it rooted somehow into nature. Most of the time, he'll do druid. Sometimes he'll do, and sometimes he'll do, like, other kinds of classes. Like, he'll make wizards and warlocks. But he's got to, and if he ever did a cleric, he has to make it, like, a nature domain. Yeah, I know. So and then whenever he plays Minecraft, he has to make his character vegan. He will not do he'll not do anything with it. So like he'll have like a chest that's full of leather armor that he's picked up from drops from skeletons and zombies, and he'll go find a lava pit and burn it. And then he won't pick up anything. He won't tame horses. My assumption is he won't tame horses, but mostly he will only pick up like bow and arrow. Like I don't even think he'll use a bow and arrow because the feathers come off of chickens, and they're not man-made of some kind. And he applies it to Minecraft, and everyone says how crazy he is, and to an extent I agree, but at the same time I'm just like, dude, if you think about it, you just made up a whole new difficulty setting, and I wanted to make a whole thing called the Vegan Challenge. In his honor, if he had it. Yeah, and apparently I told him, well, what do you do at the beginning of the game? Do you suspend veganism until the game is over with? He goes, nope. I just play what's called. Nope. I just starve to death until I can find crops to grow. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You see, that would be something that's awesome too. I would totally do it. I totally thought about it. I would have done it, but for me, it depends. I would lose the challenge because I would lose it because I'll be like, oh man, I'm starving and I haven't found anything and my wheat's not growing fast enough. For me, it doesn't make logical sense to do it in Minecraft just because it's like to me I see it as kind of like a catch-22. You're making the game more difficult for yourself, which is actually something good. People are looking for difficulty in their video games nowadays. When you say it out loud, it's not a bad thing. It just becomes kind of a hassle whenever you go, well, yeah. But I told a friend about it, and then they gave me funny looks. Like, are you serious? You have a friend that imposes veganism to role-playing games? I was like, yeah, he does. And I said, like, for Minecraft, it makes it sound like it's harder. For D&D, I think that's where I would like draw the line, just because it's D&D. You're not playing you. It's kind of like whenever I play D&D, I play D&D, but you don't see me choosing to play a monk. In real life, I know martial arts in real life, you know? I live and breathe martial arts in real life. The problem, what's called, so I don't play monk. Like, yeah, there are certain things a monk can do that I can't do. But I wouldn't play D&D in real life, or I wouldn't do it just because it's kind of a similar logic. I watched Voltron, where the main leader, he drives the Black Lion. I forget his name. Anyways, yeah, I forget his name, but he's a very popular character in Voltron. They have a D&D episode where they're all playing D&D, or at least the what was it? They're playing basically an alien version of D&D. And when they ask about the D&D, or whenever they play D&D, the guy says, "Oh, I want to play. I want to be a paladin." And they looked at him and said, "You are a paladin. You're a paladin of Voltron. Why would you want to be the exact same thing that you are in real life? The whole point is not to be that." And I was like thinking, and I looked at him and said, "That is why I don't choose to play monk in D&D anymore. I'm technically already one." It's kind of like if it's like if a doctor chose to play a cleric. You're a cleric in real life, dude. Sure, your process is slower, but you're a cleric in real life. So that's what's up. I would apply the same thing to my brother Kevin because we grew up learning how to hunt animals and stuff. But then it started to hit me. My brother doesn't do it because he could be in a technical sense a ranger. He does it because it's a challenge. Because the ranger is probably it's not a very good class when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons. He's made the ranger OP. And I agree. I was there when he did that, and I was just and like it confuses me whenever people say the ranger sucks, and I'm like, oh wait, they haven't met my brother. They're not creative enough. And that's the thing about D&D. I'd rather not like break the game, but be creative in the small circle that I am. Like anyone could be a cleric, but it takes a special kind of person to choose a different cleric. Like to me, I think one of the more melancholy clerics, not melancholic, mediocre-ish, is the Forge cleric, and that's just because they're semi-support is what they are. They build like anything pretty much. If you give them like metal, gold, or something, and they'll go, okay, I will build this for you, and they'll do it. And it takes like a short rest pretty much. And they have really good skills and stuff, but you wouldn't consider them like they're a fightable class, but they're just kind of like, well, I'm here for support, so if you need me to mend your stuff, I can. Just give me some piece of metal, and I'll do something good with it or reinforce it. And then at higher levels, you can make like magic items, I think, or magic weapons. I don't think so. I'd have to look at the class again. But my brother took Ranger and said, I'm going to make it powerful within the realms of D&D. I'm not going to go Unearth Arcana or Homebrew or something that makes them more powerful. And that's the thing. Another thing that I always wanted to try was playing different versions of the same game. Like, I wanted to get I wanted to get the version called Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which is basically Dungeons and Dragons 2.0. Yeah, it's like it's the sequel, and it's actually one that's actually featured. It's like one of the more popular Dungeons and Dragons too. Like, it was the meta game until 3.0, and then the improved 3.5 came out. And 4.0 Dungeons and Dragons didn't exist for very long. It was like I like to think of it as the Final Fantasy 14 of Dungeons and Dragons. I would like to start but although a vegan challenge for this game would be pretty awesome to do. Oh no, what have I done? I released the floodgate. If only Only someone could fix it, and oh, that's awkward. Wiener, wiener, wiener. Oh wow, that would be something interesting. I think there will be a lot of dying because you don't always get crops right away, and like I could imagine like some people just going, "No, I'm giving up on the vegan challenge." I would like to see Mini Lad do it one day, or Vanos. Vanos should do it. Markiplier would be hilarious. PewDiePie would be hilarious. PewDiePie would be crazy enough just to even try it. So yeah, if anybody ever sends us to PewDiePie, I challenge him to do the vegan challenge in Minecraft. Veganism or die. And by vegan challenge, I mean the Minecraft vegan challenge, where you have to make your character be vegan. Because I know they're crazy enough to do it. And they're ironic enough to do it too. But imagine that conversation. It's like, you're like, Pewds, what are you doing? I'm doing the Minecraft challenge. I'm doing a Minecraft challenge. Okay, what's the challenge called? The vegan challenge. What? You play everything you eat has to be vegan. You can't use animal products. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. You can't sleep in Minecraft, so you have to make your house on your spawn spot. What? Yep. Even if you find it out in the wild, you can't use that. Potato War? Explain the Potato War. I've never heard the Potato War. Oh. Alright, so let's see. We got this. Minecraft, the Potato Famine Edition. Oh boy, here we go. I hope I can read it all on the chat. Alright, so let's see. I got a lot. I gotta probably make a whole box for just materials now. Let's see if I can get a couple chests going. Okay, good. I can do a couple chests. Alright, because, like, materials, oh my gosh. Now, this is where I gotta start separating out materials. So, totally that. Sand. Dirt. So much dirt. Actually, I probably still need the dirt for something else. Let's put the flint here. This. Oh my gosh, the wheat. Okay, so Technoblade wanted to make some potato armor, and then someone after some mental gymnastics, he decided that he was going to get the number 1. Now you feel like number 1, shining bright for everyone, living off your fantasy. I had it sing Bleach. Someone's gonna probably tell me, you are part of the problem. Okay. So he tracked down at the time first and poor squid. Are there really any poor squids out there? Think about that. You can say, what has squids ever done to me? But the question is, they've done so much. They haven't done a lot for anybody. Ever. Oh, Squid Kid. Okay. It kind of reminds me of the kid from Rocket Power. They called him Squid. I don't even know his actual name. They just always called him Squid. He was super intelligent. He was a great goalie. And they always felt it necessary to call him Squid. Like he was the Squid. Especially since the one Mexican kid didn't want to be called Squid because he hated the nickname. Yeah, you never actually realized that, but there was actually one kid in there that was always Mexican. And some of the kids don't even look related to their parents either. Yeah, now you know who I'm talking about, yeah. Yeah, that was actually like the first episode whenever they introduced a kid named Squid. And I was just like, what? Alright, it looks like it's about to be dusk. I better get to my house. Okay. Got this wheat field growing. That is what we're growing, kids. Bread. We're growing all the bread. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get a crap ton of oak planks going. And then we're going to have them all. All. You're probably thinking oh snap. Everyone saw that, right? I'm not going crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Shut up, Ghost of Napa. Oh my gosh, the spawn point. The spawn point over the ocean. That would be insane. I have to swim to land every time I die. And that is why it's a challenge. Some people are just swimmingly challenged in this game. Like, how do you even swim? I don't know. It's your problem, not mine. The real question is, why does this bed float? It almost looks like a Q double D. Yeah, we're attaching floorboards to make it weird. No, mine. Hey, it's raining in game. That's the thing about living where I live. Like, for some reason, it's just been raining a lot, and I think it just has something to do with hurricane season. We don't live next to the coast or anything. It's just it travels. At least the rainstorm does. Well, lots and lots of traveling. Like, what did we ever do to you, buddy? Why are you here? And we'll go ahead and just sleep. Hey, buddy, get off my house. Get off my dirt house. I will bone you to death. Like this, I'm gonna bone this tarantula to death. Take that, giant spider. I'll bone you to death. Feel the mighty power of my bone. I boned him to death. He is forever boned. Boned. Exactly what I was thinking. But you're a pervert, because I know your true gender. Therefore, you're a pervert. Question me all you want, I will stick with that story. Because you are Bubbles. A pervert. Oh, speaking of perverts, apparently... Oh no, you're total no, you can be you can totally be not safe for work on this live stream. Yeah, go ahead. No, tell me fun stories, please. Please tell me fun stories. I won't repeat them because I can't stop my viewers. I can stop myself. I cannot stop you. Please. I encourage your stories. Please tell me, Bubbles. Oh, don't mind him. It's just my dog. He hears people outside. It freaks him out. He's just being a silly boy. Don't mind him. Yep, puppy. Alright, top 10 best anime. Go ahead. Okay. There's a lot of weird ones. Right now, as far as things go, I know one of the most controversial school animes at the moment, I think it's actually at the college level, is Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, and it's a slice of life anime about a girl named Uzaki-chan, and she's supposed to be written as a very attractive female. However, feminists are going around saying that you can't just make characters who who are very busty and big. Oh, okay. Wow. Now I need to watch this Now I need to watch this Mojo. That's hilarious. I like it when people post stuff like that on like Watch Mojo, and then Watch Mojo doesn't even realize what they have. Like I feel like someone was trolling them there. Kind of reminds me of that one time when Nux Taku did his video about top 10 best hentai, and he actually did multiple lists of it. He put soon will delete, over 18, soon delete. Okay, yeah. Like I'm totally invested right now. we support all hobbies on this channel. Really? You thought that? Nah. Goblin Slayer is just too real. It took the idea of the adventuring concept and just made it real life. Saying, hey man, there's some pretty dark stuff that will happen. Yeah, you poor child. I feel sorry for you almost. But nah, a lot of people found that was like the most controversial anime of 2019, just because it featured such heavy and strong subject matters, and a lot of people are like, how dare they put that into an anime? Goblin Slayer is one of my favorite, but it's basically like it's kind of weird how nowadays, yeah. You need to watch it. I recommend it highly. But it's kind of like a weird thing that I've been talking about in to a few people who will listen. Westerners are now becoming more involved with the anime industry, like Funimation and Viz Media, and they try to make anime that's okay for Western audiences. But the thing is that I think the person that created Love Hina, yeah, it's Love Hina, not Two. I was about to say To Love Ru, but no, Love Hina. He had said the one thing you don't want to do as far as anime goes is have Western censorship, because in Japan there's censorship, but people are given quite a lot of freedom, and they believe that Western audiences will take that freedom away when they put their influences in, such as how do I put it? An example was this show called Interspecies Reviewers, where Funimation no longer streamed the show or dubbed it or subbed it or anything. Like, they did 3 episodes and they quit because they didn't think the show was ethical enough. Somehow it went under the radar of their viewing people, and like they went, hold on, we can't have this. This is not what we represent as a company. We need to have this removed from our streaming site. And then they won't give the distribution rights to anybody. Like, I'm pretty sure like High Dive or Viz Media probably wouldn't have minded to finish the show or the dub or do their own version. But nah, they went ahead and just went and did that. Yeah, so like that's the thing. It's because they look at marketability when it comes to content you're trying to push. They look at marketability and where they can put it on according to that thing. Example would be like Family Guy. They try to make Family Guy as adult as possible to appeal to more adults, kind of like Simpsons kind of does. But as the generations went on, immature 14-year-olds start watching the show, and so they had to make the show relevant to their viewers. And so they stopped putting in certain things. But that's not censorship, that's more marketing. Yeah, so they try to get, like, for example, Uzaki-chan. It features a girl, it features slice of life. It has a lot of fan service in it because the girl's very busty. But she will, how do I put it? A lot of females didn't like it because it was a male writing a busty woman character instead of someone being flat-chested. And a lot of people have suggested that it's just feminists who have breast envy. I watched a video on it where they said that's a possibility. Other ones is that they don't want this kind of content being shown and taking away, or it's called, and basically sexualizing women heavily. Which they say she has unrealistic features, but there's a lot of women who have those kinds of features that she has. So I don't know if you're Googling this, Bubbles, but if you Google Uzaki-chan wants to hang out, you're going to see what I mean. And there's a lot of memes about it where it appeals to the male fantasy kind of thing, and everyone's just kind of like, why would you make something like this? And like it's like a whole thing. And I can go all day about the culture behind it and everything. Just because yeah, and a lot of people, and there's a lot of anime fans that are like, no, don't censor this. This is a really good show. And even Japan, I think the creator of Uzaki-chan actually, yes, she's adorable. The creator of Uzaki-chan has actually, she didn't respond to any of the whole busty, the girl's too busty or something like that. or this girl is this. Like, you know, he didn't do that. He responded because feminists changed the angle, saying, well, she looks like a little kid, and if you like this girl, well, if you like this girl in that matter, that basically makes you schmetophile. Yeah, you like what's called, you're basically Jared from Subway. And like, and then everybody felt the need to respond to this, because at first it was just, oh, it's just the classic it's just the classic people who complain about these kinds of things. But at the moment that they say that, that's when it really got under their skin. Yeah, I need to watch it too. It's on Crunchyroll. I want to figure out who's going to dub it, because I would watch the show dubbed. And it's hilarious. Like, it does get them into situations where it's hilarious in nature. I've seen clips here and there. Like, there's actually a point where the guy that she's hanging out with is playing a VR thing. Yeah, I love her design too. She looks great. She's a great design character. And I think there was a girl on the there was like somebody pointing out that she looks like a child, so it's sick that people are actually like her this way. And I told them, technically you're the sick ones for thinking of her like that. There's a whole debate about it now, but basically that's whenever the creator stepped in and defended his work. Which honestly, I feel like you shouldn't have to defend your work. It's art. We live in a world where you have to defend your work, and art is subjective. It's true. But if people like it, then leave them alone about it. People don't like it. I think a lot of it is that they made her look younger, like they gave her like kind of like a baby face kind of thing. But it's basically the big eyes, short hair kind of thing. But again, I don't recall a child. Oh yeah, but one of the situations that they do is pretty funny, is that the guy is playing VR, and he's going around waving his hand in the air, and he accidentally grabs Uzaki-chan's chest, and she's trying not to freak out because he's playing the VR. Yeah, that's anime though. Yeah. A lot of it was that the reason why anime creators went and made and over-sexualized their characters was because there's a birth decline in Japan, and they're trying to make females more attractive to their younger male audiences. That's who their targeting is, and they're trying to encourage them, saying, "Hey, you could have girls like this too. They're there. They want you. It's happening. Go ahead." And that's the whole purpose behind it. It was to increase their birth rate, but, you know, all it did was just create a bunch of, what's it called, it just created a bunch of hermits. But, and they understand that that's what Japan does, but they're trying to censor everything, you know. It's like a while back, feminists said they hated women being over-sexualized in video games. And they kept talking about a game called Dead or Alive Paradise, where all the girls are in bikinis playing volleyball and playing other beach games. And they're saying that we shouldn't have this because of this reason. Feminism say they're over-sexualizing women, which they shouldn't be. And this is wrong. It demeans them and whatnot. But at the same time, they're not a part of the gaming culture. They don't get it. You want to sell your product by doing this. And granted, there are some points where it's wrong, but there's points also where it makes a lot of sense. Example would be Tifa. She's dressed the way she is because she works at a bar. Yeah, she works at a bar. And so she's dressed up like a girl working at a bar would be dressed as. And I defend that. And then whenever they made the remake, they said they were decreasing her bust size, and I was like, why would you do that? That was one of her appeals. Are you going? Is it because of the censorship in the West? Turns out it has nothing to do with censorship in the West. It was censorship in the East. Apparently, video game critics there are much harder. It's because you get it. A lot of it is that you get it. It's not a real character. You get it, Bubbles. And there's just some people who do. And then there's just some people who believe they're fighting for the right thing. If they believe they're fighting for the right thing, then go ahead. But just don't just make sure it's for the right reasons or for the right thing, the right reasons. Not I'm doing it because I'm hopping on a bandwagon, or I'm doing it because I want, or I just want to make a name for myself, or I want to pat myself on the back, because you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that one person that ruins the fun for everybody, because that's a whole culture. You're not just attacking a single show or a single genre. You're attacking an entire culture that likes to exaggerate proportions of a character. What? The only thing I wish I could find is more interesting male and that's actually an issue I do have. There are some interesting male protagonists, but it depends on where you're looking. I think an interesting protagonist, in my opinion, was actually Goblin Slayer, because he is the strongest weakling. It's because all he does. I get they want to let the viewer feel like they are the main character. Yeah, a lot of it is they try to make it where you can put yourself into that situation. Like Monster Musume is famous. They basically took a base character. They don't even draw him a face. They basically give him the because it was supposed to. The idea of Monster Musume came from a dating simulator that got turned into a manga that got turned into an anime. And they wanted the guys to feel like they were part of a. Basically, they gave the main character like a zero face and only gave him eyes whenever the action demanded it. So that way the viewer felt like, oh, I'm this protag. And yeah, totally, I get that. It's a pretty neat marketing tool. It's kind of like making Link from Legend of Zelda. Link from Legend of Zelda silent. You make him a silent protagonist, so that way the player can immerse himself into that world. It's a common practice, but you are right. Like, to get interesting male characters, like it's even funny. I would bring up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I'm probably correct, but it's also made in the 90s, where shonen anime was on the big rise. And so they had all those manly characters. So they're all supposed to be very manly men. Because it's the same art style that was used for Fists of the North Star and a lot of other stuff like that. Dragon Ball Z didn't have the same art style, no, but they had manly men. Believe it or not, if you actually look at all the other male characters in Dragon Ball Z, Goku's actually the least interesting one. And that's just because that's just how they wrote him. He was just basically a plot device when the main character was actually Bulma at the time of his creation. And then Toriyama goes, well, I just finished Bulma's arc, I don't know what to do, so he shifted it over to Goku. And then Goku had to become a more interesting character, but I think even, what's his name, the voice actor for Goku, Sean Schimmel, had actually said that Goku only has 3 emotions. Happy, hungry, and angry. I wish. Right? It's kind of funny enough. Again, it's appealing to the demographic. In our country, yeah, that's totally a thing. You could probably find it. Yeah, Dragon Ball was originally about Bulma. The very first arc was about Bulma. It was her telling the story. Her story was about her finding the perfect boyfriend, or wishing for the perfect boyfriend. That was the whole point behind her story. And then she finds Yamcha. Her arc is over. Like, it was supposed to be the story. It's a parody of Journey to the West, is what it is. And Goku was just there to defend Bulma. That was the whole purpose behind Goku's character. And then one day they were like, we don't know what else to do with Goku, so they went and did a whole martial arts tournament. And it was to progress Goku's strength level of a character. Basically, it was one of the most... It was probably one of the more interesting things about that time. Yeah, it used to be about Bulma. If you ever actually pay attention to Dragon Ball Z from a theatrical point of view, everybody else has character arcs except for Goku. Goku just gets stronger. That's all his entire thing is. Dragon Ball is basically about Goku's point of view about the other characters, and told in that perspective. So the first so Bulma was the very first protagonist to Dragon Ball and her arc. If you ever if all these side characters ever have their own journey, it's usually filler arc. But most of the time, Goku is there when the arc happens. Like, Gohan never actually completes his arc until the Cell Saga, and that's because Goku is there watching. Terpatica? What do you mean? What do you mean by Terpatica? But yeah, like, that's the way I view Dragon Ball Z, is that Goku has a strength arc, but he never actually had a whole arc for himself. Like he'll get stronger and he'll fight the next bad guy, but he always has someone running alongside him going, "Hey, we're gonna go do this now." Like when Dragon Ball ended, basically, and it went to Dragon Ball Z, Goku's arc was done, and they were trying to get Gohan to be the main character. Trust me, Toriyama has tried to make everybody else but Goku a main character, and it just wasn't popular. Goku was the most popular thing. Because Goku is like a bland... I won't say a bland... He's not an interesting protagonist. Tripitaka? Yeah, I still don't know what Tripitaka... Oh, the monk Sun Wukong. Goku is Sun Wukong. Tripitaka is probably who you're... Okay, so yeah. Bulma is supposed to be Tripitaka. Oh, the monk Sun Wukong was to protect. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly who Bulma is. Yeah. Like, Akira Toriyama created his own version of Journey to the West. He has his own manga series titled Journey to the West, where he did his interpretation of Journey to the West, and then he did Dragon Ball, which is supposed to be a reference to it. Rages. Yeah. That was the whole point behind the series. It just blew up in a completely different way. Dragon Ball Z are completely different anime stories, just because so much of it gets changed. Like, it could have, like, it all started with the Piccolo saga too. Like, Piccolo, basically whenever they started shooting energy beams at each other, doing beam struggles, when it got really Dragon Ball Z, that's when people started going, oh, this is completely different. It's probably why they changed it to Dragon Ball Z. Because then it started becoming about Goku and his son, Gohan. Yeah, like Dragon Ball Z has a very interesting history. Like, Akira Toriyama hated drawing Cell because he had to make sure all the spots were in the correct place. And he kept trying to make other forms so that he can get rid of the spots, but none of them looked good. From what my brother has told me, Akira Toriyama wanted to stop making Dragon Ball after a certain point, but everybody demanded that he did. Yeah, everybody demanded that he, like, I think if in Japan's eyes, Dragon Ball was such a big seller, it could fix Japan's economy. It's actually the reason why they made the Battle of the Gods movie. They needed to fix Japan's economy. Yeah, that's how Japan fixes their economy. They start telling Akira Toriyama, we're pumping out Dragon Ball. It's pretty hilarious. Then, yeah. Like, I like, and I like to look up a lot of Dragon Ball stuff. And there was a point where he actually wanted to end Dragon Ball, but he wanted to do it in a high note. So his entire point was to get Gohan to take over Goku's position. And it was supposed to stop right at the Cell Saga. It ends perfectly with Goku dying, saying bye to everybody. Gohan will protect the planet. It's kind of funny. It wasn't even their choice. I think the whole I think back in the day, Ultraman and Astro Boy were their money makers before Dragon Ball. Even to a certain point where it's kind of funny because they have a lot of popular things that get sent over there. Like America uses Japanese stock footage when they make Power Rangers, so like you'll get 10-minute of episodes that are actually filmed in the States, and the other 10 minutes that are done filmed in Japan, and they just base the whole story and episodes off of it. It's actually pretty funny when you look at the history of Power Rangers in Japan. But yeah, you're right. It's kind of sad whenever Japan has to rely on an old fairy tale. But that's not how they see it. They like Akira Toriyama is tired of Dragon Ball. He tried killing the story using Majin Buu, and it didn't work. So he ended up making it cool, and he tried using Goten, Gohan, and Trunks to defeat the bad guy. Because he said, I want to give the kids a chance, but apparently Japan didn't like the idea of that because they wanted Goku to come back, so he was forced to listen to what his writers had to say, or his fans had to say, and go, look, no, we want Goku to be the one that kills Majin Buu, and so they had to bring Goku back to life. I think the only thing that he has actually written as far as the new Dragon Ball Z content was probably the Broly movie. It's basically the movies, like Battle of Gods, Resurrection of Frieza, or F, as they put it in Japan, because they can't just put Frieza. What was the other one? And Battle of Gods, yeah. And then I guess some things that he wrote, because he wanted in certain things. Yeah, they do force Goku to do some things, yeah. Wait, I have to say I really hate when they force Goku to do. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that, it's just the fact that they had, like, they keep forcing him to come back and his son barely knows him. Oh, that was for Goten. Gohan knew him pretty well. Goten didn't know him, but that was Goku's choice, actually, because they wanted Goku wanted to be a part of the story for he wanted to do the World Martial Arts Tournament, and there was a chance for him to see everybody, meet his son, and the son gets to meet the father, and then they explained all the resurrection shenanigans, how he was gone for a day, and then he tries to bring people back to life. And it's kind of funny because King Kai keeps telling him, "Bring me back to life, you asshole." And yeah, they do force Goku to do some messed up things, but there's also a lot of times where Goku has really screwed up the planet. Like he basically the Tournament of Power was like his fault. They were telling him, "Hey man, look, we know you want to do this, but look, we don't want to sacrifice the entire multiverse just so that you can have a strong fight with people." Their universe ends up winning, of course, but they had to hinge on the fact that the person who wished everyone with the Super Dragon Balls had to wish for everybody back. Yeah, they did that. Yeah, they should have, but then they explain what happens if Goku just stays dead, and apparently, what ends up happening is that just an alternate timeline of Goku just basically ruins everything. They just can't let him die. Goku wanted to stay dead, but because Majin Buu happened, yeah. In the Trunks timeline, though, Trunks actually defeated Babidi and Deborah before they brought back Majin Buu. So Majin Buu still lies dormant in Trunks's time dimension. But actually, now I remember, Trunks' entire future is dead. Just because his entire future was killed by Zeno, because they couldn't figure out how to kill Zamasu. Yeah, and Dragon Ball Super Go Trunks feels like he fails the entire future because he couldn't successfully defend it. Because an immortal god decided it was a good idea to kill everything and everyone. And yeah, it's getting to the point where, like, they had to make new Super Saiyan forms with him just so it wouldn't... Just to make... Okay, so to kind of give you this idea, Dragon Ball GT happened, and everybody loves everything that was in Dragon Ball GT, such as Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Gogeta... But then came the biggest problem ever. What the heck do we do with with all these transformations now that we're going to omit Dragon Ball GT? Like, then they created Dragon Ball Super, so now they have a more powerful transformation than Super Saiyan 4, and they created Super Saiyan Blue. Like, why? And now there's like there's a whole alternate timeline. It's like Super Dragon Ball Heroes or whatever. It's like a 8-minute long anime or something. Where they had the first episode is Goku Blue and Goku Super Saiyan 4 fighting each other. Only to last like 10 seconds. Because that wasn't the main point of the story. Like, it took them forever just to canonize Gogeta, because Gogeta was made in a movie called Fusion Reborn, and then Gogeta became canon in GT, then they decanonized GT, so Gogeta was no longer canon. The canon fusion was Vegito. And don't get me started on, what was another on, oh yeah, and then they created, Broly so they can have Gogeta, or, so they can give birth to Gogeta. And then Vegeta, it's hilarious trying to watch Frieza spend like 3 hours getting the crap beat out of him by Broly just so that, or it was like 2 hours. Like he took a hour and a half beating just so that Goku and Vegeta could learn how to fuse. It was probably one of the more satisfying things to ever watch. And I've watched Crisis on Infinite Earths, and the most satisfying thing there is to watch Superman beat the crap out of Lex Luthor. So like the Smallville Clark Kent, he's no longer Superman, and he had his powers taken away, so that way he could raise his children. Yeah, and then so what ends up happening? Well, let me tell you. He gets the crap beat out. He basically, Lex Luthor from Supergirl's timeline comes over and says, "I'm going to kill you." And he goes, "Really? You're gonna try to kill me? You don't even look like the president." And he goes, "Wait, I'm president here? Yeah, you're president of the United States, but you're kind of wimpy." And so he finds out that Lex Luthor goes, "You got to be kidding me! You gave up your superpowers just so that you could raise a family?" And he goes, "Yep, perfect reason to do it." But because Clark Kent no longer had superpowers, he punched the crap out of Lex Luthor. Yeah, like Lex Luthor tried to fight him, and he goes and just punches the crap out of him. And I was like, I don't care what timeline, universe, or whatever. It's probably the most satisfying thing you'll ever see is just Clark Kent punching the crap out of Lex Luthor. Yeah. And even, like, and then, like, he tries to explain everything, what happened to Lois Lane, and Lois just laughs at him, saying, I think you've been smoking too much of what you've been growing." And he goes, "Corn?" Oh, boy. Yeah. Because Smallville, man, funniest thing I'll ever watch, I swear. And that was like was probably one of my favorite moments in Crisis on Infinite Earths, just watching Lex Luthor get punched by Clark Kent. Like, there's not enough punches in the punches that Clark Kent can dish out that Lex Luthor deserves. Especially since the scariest version of him to exist wasn't Supergirl. Because from the one crime they keep talking about, he was trying to do mass genocide. Yeah, he even killed the judge and the jury that were trying him before the judge could even reach a verdict. Yeah. And then he comes back from the dead and gives himself cancer just so that he can just so he can trick his sister into finding a cure for him not for cancer, or I guess for cancer, but for something else. Yeah, he gave himself cancer just so that his sister could help him with his science project. And he does it to get superpowers, to make a super soldier serum that allows you to have the same powers and strength as Superman. Yeah. Lex Luthor is a smart man, but damn, that dude is evil. Yeah, what a jerk. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, and then Crisis on Infinite Earths happens, and he takes the Book of Destiny, and Superman was the Superman from, I think it was like Earth 97 or something like that. Well, basically, Brandon Routh's Superman. Okay, so it was the Superman from the Christopher Reeve movies. Yeah, that version of Superman exists, or it did exist, and Lex Luthor was like, everyone's like, okay, Lex Luthor is evil and all this kind of junk, and he tries to kill all the Supermen except for that one. He couldn't kill him. And so they made him the they made him the champion of truth or something like that. I can't remember the exact words, but they made him the champion of truth. And when he was the champion of truth, well, how was he going to put this? Yeah, they made him the champion of truth. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. Yeah, they decided to make it, he was the champion of truth, and, well, crap, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Trying to remember all these facts. And so what ends up happening is that Lex Luthor gets a hold of a thing called the Book of Destiny, which has everybody's destiny written down, obviously from the namesake. After everyone's destiny's been written down, he goes, "Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do my own thing and kill all the Supermen as possible," giving himself superpowers, or just flat out going, "He died. This is the reason why. Nobody at me." Then finally, after he kills like all the Supermen, he gets bored and tries to get Superman to kill Superman. Doesn't work. Surprise, surprise. And then finally, after he does try to kill and finally he doesn't kill the champion of truth, which is Superman from the Christopher Reeves movies, plays by Brandon Routh's Superman. Dude dies, comes back, I guess, I don't know. And yeah, he dies. Alright, I guess I'm going to make the boundaries of where I'm going to put the... screw it. I'm going to make the boundaries for the wall. Gotta build a wall. It's going to be huge. Oops. Yeah, so as the planet gets erased, you see Superman get taken. You're like, what happened to Superman? I don't know. What happened to Superman? And next thing you know, Lex Luthor goes, wow, I didn't think that was going to work. And he goes, what did you do, Lex? Well, I mean, any mook could have done this, but I went ahead and gave it a try. And, well, how do I put this? I wrote my name in the Book of Destiny instead of Superman's. Yeah, he just basically grabbed a Sharpie marker, marked out Superman's name, and puts Lex Luthor. And that is how Lex Luthor became the champion of truth. And then he gained superpowers based off that. Because oh my gosh, like that, like, and then we were left on like a cliffhanger for like a month. Jerks, and jerks as in the creators. Yeah. He is an unusual man to respect. Like, oh my gosh. Like, you gotta give, like, that man, like, as much as you hate him as a person, you have to give that dude a credit. Like, he took a simple concept, as in, I'm writing my name in this book, and I'm gonna see where that goes. He took that concept and went and ran with it. And then he goes, and then the fact of disbelief where he goes, oh my god, I can't believe that just worked. What did I just do? And he doesn't even know where to go from there either. Oh my gosh. Here we go. We'll go out a little bit. Like I said, I'm building a wall. It's gonna be huge. Ah! I'm being attacked by... No! 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 I'm running! Run away! 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 There are zombies at my door. Hold me closer, Ed. It's getting dark. I can hear them. They're like Jehovah's Witnesses. They won't go away. Respawn point set. I got so lucky there. I really did. I really thought I was going to die. No, I knew I could make a new respawn point. Don't get me wrong. I knew that. It was just I slept in the same bed since then. So it's more along the lines of, oh, I could make it there? Like, or no, it was more along the lines, why did you set a respawn point? I've been sleeping in the same bed. I haven't moved it. It's not even another bed. Yeah, whenever my girlfriend and I make a world together, we get two beds and we set them next to each other side by side, and we try to pick a side that we sleep on, but we end up switching anyways because we just sleep in the next to the closest bed. And so, yeah, so that's what we do when we play Minecraft. Anyways, aside from that, so when we do stuff like that, it's like weird. Not weird as in, well, let's say this is your respawn point now, basically. And we'll go, oh, okay, I slept in the wrong bed again. Or I slept in the wrong bed again. That's usually how I took it as. And now I'm just kind of like, but that's weird. Yeah. Let's see. Dang, missed it by that much. Yeah, it's still going to need a lot more wood to cover all this surface area. I know what you're thinking. What am I trying to build? A floor, silly. Yeah, the idea that I'm trying to implement is that I want to build a really big fortress, like a fort, basically, is what I'm trying to do. And yeah, I'm trying to do a fort, basically. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have like stone walls here that go up, and then like right in the middle is going to be the is gonna be like a castle house kind of. So that way I just have like a big fort, and then whenever I see illagers come in, they gotta find a way to take me out. I don't know, might build a moat. Okay, so I went a little longer than I planned on, but I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm going to Bubbles. I'm gonna do another stream, and I'm gonna do Undertale. I've been wanting to do another episode, especially since I'm about to play with as the most popular characters in the game, or play with them. But for right now, I'm gonna take a short break. I will catch you guys later. And stay tuned to my channel because I'm about to do an Undertale stream. Just let me take a quick break, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later.